second pose.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Focus. 4, 5.
Man, you can really hear Preston like flush the toilet on this thing. I look like I'm having a stroke a bit.
Guys, did I miss picture time?
Well, you already
sent
sent
a picture time. We have to take
You
a seat,
already
take a
sent
picture.
your picture.
Hi, everybody.
All right. Well, welcome to the podcast, guys.
Oh, have we
Podcast.
What episode is this? Episode 8?
Yeah, episode 8.
Episode 8. Episode 8A, I believe. Hopefully you guys are liking the new format where we, do segment A, segment B. I think it makes it a little bit easier for people to listen to.
Yeah, definitely. I've already gotten some people there that's like, yes, thank you for cutting it down. So.
Well, it wasn't really cutting it down; it was just splitting it in half.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I didn't want to happen is I don't want to limit our content, but I agree that some people who don't listen to podcasts that may be too long, and it also depends on where you're listening to it. Because I'm assuming that a lot of people are watching it through YouTube or doing that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely the people who are like on their computer at home who just play it, but there are definitely people like we just got a compliment from Kathy who says she's listening it like on the Stitcher on a drive home.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to listen to you're either at work or you're driving. That's what our friend Erica does. She actually listens to us. She's still trying to catch up. It's really awesome. She's like, yeah, you guys are funny. Preston's dumb.
Goddamn right, we're funny.
But
So goddamn funny.
But Erica, I thought we had something.
You have shit.
Ew, that's gross.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Germans, you white people.
Germans are the grossest of everyone.
You are German?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm allowed to say that.
Oh, sure.
Wait, I think we're hearing some. We're at Preston's apartment right now, and I think we can hear music coming from outside.
Let me close the window. Yeah, it's the problem. The problem with my apartment complex is that the windows are literally 2 inches away from each other. So whenever anyone snores or whenever anyone has sex, I can plainly hear it.
And you don't.
So wait, are
you
they
don't
hot?
invite us when that happens?
No, they're all
That should be a new segment. The Epic Nerds listen to somebody having sex in Preston's apartment.
yeah, they're fat, sweaty mess.
And then we'll just, that's a little racist.
No.
Oh god.
Well, that's definitely not going to happen anyways, though. Sorry guys, we haven't had a podcast in a little while. It's end of the school year. Finals are coming up, and we're all graduating. So yeah, at least I think we're all graduating, right? Barring some horrible, terrible accident or mishap.
Something happened last year. Some kid died. No, was that last year or the year
Yeah,
before?
no, I
No,
think
that was last year where the guy committed suicide, and I think it was because
Wait, no, I
he
thought
was
he just
so
drove off a cliff.
No. Okay, so
No, he
here's the
drove
story.
off the pier.
Here's the story for that. We actually talked about it in Brian Lane's class, where the guy would, he would. I think supposedly he would just party a lot and miss payments and was in debt to the school, and he was so in debt that he was freaking out. So what he did was he kind of gambled and went to Vegas to try and win that money back so that he could pay off his debts. And when that didn't happen, he just kind of resigned to it. What fucking sucks is he was flying his parents over from I think somewhere near, or was he Indian? Or he was flying his parents over to the States for his graduation, and the day prior he commits suicide and drives off the edge of the pier.
Damn, that's really
which was
heavy.
fucking dark, man.
Yeah.
We were sitting there listening, and then our professor kind of turned it into a philosophical question for us during one of our writing classes, and I think that was actually 2 years ago, because if I recall, it was during the summer.
That is a guy who has life figured out.
The guy drove off a cliff?
I mean, it's to a
Absolutely.
certain end, yeah. But damn, man, that's kind of sad.
How can you be so much in debt in a public school?
Dude, I don't even know.
I
remember. I mean, this I think was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I don't remember all the details. I just remember that, he was in debt and
but it's
he fucked up.
$3,000 per semester. The maximum debt you can get from the school is only like 24,000. That's really good compared. That's one semester at NYU.
I think it's for him paying it off on his own.
Yeah, but still, 24,000 is half an NYU semester, comparatively.
You can get financing. I feel like there's a lot more going on.
I'm
than
sure.
just that.
And again, I'm trying to remember
definitely.
the details, but I remember it had something to do with money problems. He went to Vegas to try to take care of that, and then it didn't fucking work out.
There is so much wrong with this story. Vegas to hopefully gamble back your money.
That's just what we were talking about when we had the class, and then we were just well, that sucks. Let's move on to some other bullshit.
That's
and now for something completely different.
That is so misguided. Anyways, I'm sad for that family or
Yeah,
whatever.
and now this is a great beginning to our podcast.
Hey,
Smiles all around.
Death.
Okay, well, let's get started. How was your week, guys? What's going on? What's up, guys? Let's start off. Preston?
My girlfriend's been working a Mustang commercial in the art department. So it's basically my week has been consisting of me sitting at home alone and lonely, and then when she gets home, I'm all giddy like a puppy. But then she goes to sleep. So yeah, I did get a job at a sword store.
Oh, congratulations, man!
As like sales, which is something I really hate doing.
You work at a sword store.
We are gonna buy so much crap from you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's like a sword and knife and like weird poster store, and like they sell keyblades.
So it's just for all white people then.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have a really interesting customer base, but no.
And that one black guy who's really into Japanese stuff, but he's always really cool.
Yeah.
There's always that one black guy who's really cool, and he's super into like Japanese stuff, and he's not like a weeb. He's like he's just super chill and super cool.
What's a weeb?
Like a weeaboo. Like
what's a weeb?
Okay, I think Japanophile. Like they
okay.
believe they're Japanese, or like they try to speak the language, and like a lot of they are vilified like a lot in that community.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm kind of like thinking like not a weeboo, but I'm kind of thinking like the chill black, kind of like Afro Ninja.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that see like weeaboo usually refers to like a white person.
Oh really?
I mean, you'd
yeah,
probably
I can
be
see
like
that.
a black guy weeaboo, but like
Bibu?
yeah, weeaboo. What?
But black guy, Bibu.
Oh. I actually need to find out. I think I researched it a while ago. What the actual
Definition.
Yeah, I think it was supposed. I think it actually came from Japan to describe people, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'd have to research it again. But it's like a second level of otaku. Because you've heard the term otaku, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, otaku's like I guess like super nerd, you could say.
Huh.
Like they're way too into like
Anime and fantasy.
or not even that. It's just you can be an otaku of anything. Like people who go to like Disneyland like crazy. Like and they know like everything about it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like the super fans to the point of where it's almost like a little creepier, just like, well, it's a little too much, man. Which like that is it's kind of a derogatory statement in Japan, and it's not a really good thing. But I don't know. I personally don't see it as that bad. I just think, hey, this guy's super into whatever it is, and it's like,
Yeah.
like it could be a little too much at some points, but it's like not weeaboo levels.
Okay.
So yeah. So what were we talking about again?
Preston's this week.
Oh, his sword job.
Oh yeah, sword store. I'm just gonna have a lot of weird people, but okay.
Dude, like I bet that those kind of places have a lot of like regulars that come in and like. Do you guys offer like sharpening and all that other stuff, or is it just basically just selling?
I think
swords?
it's just sales.
Okay.
A lot of like knives and like I think there's some like combat knives, like survival knives.
When you guys don't have customers, can you guys practice the throwing knives? Like, is there like a dartboard set up for you guys when it's a slow time? And you just be like,
I'm sure it's not officially set up, but I'm pretty sure they probably.
Eric, you'll just have to come in and find out.
Ooh, wait, where is this place again?
Puente Hills.
Oh, okay.
is that like near Whittier?
It's north, yeah. It's
Okay.
farther away.
Still though, that's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else going on, man?
No, that's about it. I'm graduating.
Graduating?
Graduating.
I have
Yay.
all of my family coming in, like all of my family.
Yeah. Are they all coming to graduation, or just to like celebrate like grad party after?
They're coming for like 5 days, graduation including, but
Well, I
Nice.
mean, like, because we only get like what 8 tickets.
Mhm.
Okay.
and then I'm stealing all of Caitlin's. Like,
Oh,
what's-
that's right.
what's gonna be really interesting about this weekend is that this is gonna be the weekend where my family meets Caitlin's family.
Oh, awkward. I don't think
Meet the parents.
my-
well, not meet the parents, but the parents meet each other.
Yeah.
I have been with Ileana for 6 years, and only my mom has met her dad. I don't know. We just haven't had any like reason
Yeah,
for
that's
them to
that's
meet.
a little weird though. Like,
Is that like what social occasion do parents meet?
I mean, but
I feel like
six-
that's pretty-
6 years. Like that, they should have met at
There,
some point.
my mom came over at our prom, like to take pictures, not at it, but like right before. She came over to her house at the prom, and her dad was home, so they met. But like there hasn't been like, do you meet for a birthday?
Yeah, I would say like big birthday or something like that.
But
I would have said like 21st maybe.
But like you have like you invite like the girlfriend's parents over to your 21st birthday. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird.
Ileana is she in school? I don't remember.
She's in school, but she doesn't go to our
imaginary school.
Like I could see
Pillow school.
Pillow school. There we go.
See, like, but this makes sense, Preston. You and Caitlin's family meet because they're both going to be at graduation. You guys both go to the same school.
I was gonna say maybe like wait is she in school? I'm sorry.
She is in school.
Okay,
she goes
is she graduating or
no? She's at community
I was gonna
college.
say like that could be like a thing if it's like a big graduation thing, like the crossovers.
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
That is so alien to me. How the parents would meet after 6 years.
I thought the same thing, but I keep thinking about it's like there's not really any time where they would have. Like I can't think of like a big, like except for our wedding. Like where do the parents cross?
Oh, I'm gonna throw a ring on that. Are you on your pillow?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting because I don't want to say her family is backwards by any means, but they're very old fashioned. So, like the mom stays home 24/7, and like she's just like pretty much a housewife, and the dad works constantly, and they're farmers, absolutely. My family are drunks. It's a very large together family versus her like just the mom and dad. So, that's gonna be interesting. Not looking forward to it. Eric, how was your week?
How was my week? Well, apparently I have some weird issues with my girlfriend's
Please stop
family.
rocking back and forth.
Sorry. Apparently I got some weird issues with my girlfriend's family I got to work out. My week's been okay.
Wait, we just talked about. I get to me. Okay, never mind.
It's been it's finals week. It's my last week at the job that I was talking to you guys about.
So you are actually gonna just like you already turned in your 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm gonna go help my dad after right after I graduate. I'm gonna go up. My dad was and my brother are doing work at the houses up there, especially like they're burning like brush so that there won't be like a even worse brush fire later. So I'm gonna go up. They've had some problems with that already, so I'm gonna go up and help after graduation. But besides that, we have the showcase. Had my film that Corey.
I unfortunately could not make that. Friday.
Corey loves his mom.
Yeah, I had Mother's Day stuff going on, and actually because I wasn't able to actually go to the Mother's Day celebration yesterday on Sunday. Like I was like I was obligated to go to the one on Saturday.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But yeah, my film that Corey produced and Preston was the director of photography for, and I was the director. It premiered at the showcase, and I think it did really good. I had people come up to me and tell me it was really good.
Eric was so nervous.
My knee was just bouncing up and down, I couldn't take it. I didn't get as much applause as some of the other films, but I don't know.
Yours was a more serious piece too, so I'm assuming that's like that could be another reason.
The very last line is, I think it's because life sucks. Like there was actually like a quite like a good amount of laughter to that. I'm just like, I didn't expect that much laughter.
Why are you laughing at this? This is my heart and soul.
It's so sad.
It does end on a really morose point, but just the fact that it's really relatable.
Oh yeah. I mean like not word for word second for second relatable, but there are elements that you can take away from it that are very relatable.
That's what I was trying to do with the film, but I think people really liked it. So
yeah, that's good. What was it called again?
Work in Progress.
Which before that was called Because I Can, and I don't know if you want to give like a little short synopsis for the listener.
Very short synopsis. A man's wife dies, and he goes into art therapy to try to work out the issues, to try to overcome her death. And his characters start to become a little confrontational with him. Yeah,
kind of like a Stranger Than Fiction kind of God complex kind of thing.
A little bit.
It was a very good story. I was happy to produce it. Preston was happy to DP it.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I'm sad I couldn't see the showing up on the big screen. But.
Apparently, I misspelled some of the credits. Apparently, I
misspelled your own name.
I misspelled Trevor as Traver. and I misspelled
Hey,
art.
hey, Trevor actually could be a cool, like, I imagine that's like a Final Fantasy character, Trevor.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But I misspelled art and sound department as department. So
Got to go to
that
the
was
department store.
so that was.
Sounds like Swedish Chef.
Hello, big summer blowout. So I was a little. So I was a little embarrassed about that.
The good thing about that is that you made so many mistakes on the
It
credits.
kind of looked like on
that-
purpose.
Yeah, it looked like it was like an inside joke. So
Wait, there was only that 3, right? All
So
I know
it's
is
like,
Trapper
why are
and the
people
departments.
laughing?
we're gonna need to watch it again.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, that's gotta be amazing. And it's blown up on the big screen, so
It
it's
was
even
blown
more
up on
obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. I was embarrassed. Oh well, so that was my week.
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, okay, I'll go into my week and I'll segue into this. One thing that Eric and I did was we presented our final project for our TV production class.
Yep.
Which turned out really well. Did you stay for the full class and
Yeah,
watch it? So, who else was supposedly given the "I am very interested, let's schedule another meeting"?
Everyone's given that, like, because he's the professor and he has to give that. But I feel like
Well,
ours
he
was the
didn't
most...
do that before that. He didn't do that to the other ones.
Oh, but they had to push it. You know what? Then I think it might have just been ours.
Yeah,
I think...
because I feel like we did really well. So basically, our whole final project was to just pitch, was to create a TV series idea and then pitch it to our professor, who actually has been a producer in TV before. So he knows all the questions to ask and everything. And it was really cool. It was like a fake interview in front of like our entire class. And Eric and I we fucking nailed that. High five that away from the camera. Or yeah, there we go.
fucking Corey is like the best pitch man ever.
You're
like
damn
he's
right
very
I am.
fucking like lively and relatable. Like Stu, like our professor went up to him after and just like, you're really like you're cut out for this. And it's just like
hey man.
I was awkward, so that's why I let him do the talking.
Well, Eric's just the face. I'm the voice.
I'm
you
the
know?
and
He just stands there and looks pretty.
yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah. So like yeah, actually we're kind of thinking of keeping it in our back pocket just in case we ever do want to make a TV series. Like I really
Definitely.
like we were the setup for this was like, you know, we met one day and it took us like 5 hours. just to,
We started at 5. I left at 10:30.
yeah, we were just trying to figure out like we need to make a concrete idea. Like we wanted to take the basis of Eric's idea and turn it into something, but like we had problems with taking the main points that he wanted in the TV series and making it into something that was like you know,
Doable.
It was doable, yeah. Like you can actually craft a story from it. And after, you know, like 4 to 5 hours of just kicking ideas back and forth and just going in depth into it, we finally came up with this really cool concept of it has to do with like birth control and government control, class warfare. Kind of think like Children of Men meets Elysium with the narrative style of The Walking Dead.
Because it is a TV series.
Yeah,
That's what we were pitching.
We pitched it to like supposedly AMC, and I think it is a really good idea. I think we have it like slated for like 3 seasons, but we could always expand upon that. And like we don't have a script worked out, but we have the basic story down. We have the characters all panned out, and I would actually really consider like maybe sometime later we can try and collab on something.
Definitely try to knock a script out at least for like a pilot.
Or yeah, just make a fucking pilot script, and then maybe like a web series, maybe.
Maybe.
Like
Yeah. Or we could do.
I mean, obviously
Gaff.
not now because we have no. Oh yeah, we'll definitely have you on, man. Like,
Hire me, please.
you know, it would probably take some doing to get some money for an actual budget for it, but I mean,
Yeah.
we could always shoot a pilot like, you know, web series style.
Or-
I feel like that would be really cool.
Or even like a trailer, just like a fake trailer for it.
Yeah, like I was actually really excited going into it, and I was when we presented, I was almost like I really did feel like, you know, we're gonna pitch this, our professor's gonna like it, he's gonna get us hooked up.
he's gonna get us in touch with one of his
I mean,
producer
if
friends.
anybody to talk to, it would be Stu or Tom. Like
Yeah,
that would
that's
those
true.
are great professors to talk to about this, and
Yeah.
maybe keep it in the back of our minds.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, my week, watched some movies. We'll talk about those later. Yeah, we have graduation stuff coming. I work at Starbucks, right? So we had fucking Frappy Hour, which is
Oh.
Frappuccino Happy Hour. I hate high school kids. Oh my god. And our Starbucks is like, okay, let me just preface this now, guys. There is no such thing as a Starbucks secret menu. That was all created through like Instagram and Pinterest and all this other bullshit where fans make up their own recipes. So there technically isn't an official secret menu. It's just, you tell us the recipe for the Frappuccino, we can make that. It's going to cost you a pretty penny because, you know, we're adding all these extra ingredients. But, you know, So anytime like a kid comes up and is like, "Oh, can I have a Snickers or a Twix Frappuccino?" It's like, "Well, do you know the recipe? No, fuck you, get out." So Frappy Hour, we clued into this and we're just like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna have our own little secret menu, and we made the most expensive drinks we can think of that were actually really good to drink, but it's just like, man, these things are like $7 and like
But for Frappy Hour,
but for
free.
Frappy Hour they're half off, so like, you know, it's better for the customers, and you know, it drives our prices up, or it gives us some money, which is really cool. And actually we got picked up in like within our regional like little newsletter as like, this is a smart idea. Like, you know, it's like, you know, promoting different like drinks that people can make, and then, you know, it does have the prices listed so they know that they're paying for more. So, you know, it's legit.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Awesome.
And it actually our store was the one that started it, because we started having like secret menu Tuesdays or something like that, and it spread from in our region out to all the other stores. So like, we were the originator store from it, so it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, so that happened. It sucked ass. We
it's
had
over now.
like cups lining the entire back wall, just for frappuccinos. It was insane. And the good thing though is that like 2 hours, 3 hours fly by like nothing. It's fucking bomb. I feel like I'm missing something like from my week.
Mother's Day happened.
Mother's Day happened.
My dad. I just have a little story about Mother's Day. So my dad yesterday, because yesterday was Mother's Day from recording this. And I come downstairs and my dad's making us breakfast. I'm like, for my mom, it's like, oh, that's really nice. You know, some English muffins and some like crab meat and some like hollandaise.
Crab meat.
Hollandaise sauce.
Oh, so almost like talking eggs Benedict, but like with
with eggs Benedict. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I look, and he's already like halfway through making it, and I look and I realize that the eggs had expired a month prior. So I had that like decision, like, do I tell my dad about this, or do I just shut up and like just eat it?
Just smile.
So I shut up and I just ate it.
So were you okay?
I was okay. No
You're
one
okay?
got sick.
Okay. That's
So yeah, I just that was my like big like philosophical. Do I let my family eat like bad eggs, or do I just
Really
appreciate
bad
my
eggs.
dad's?
You got me hard as your hope.
I just appreciated my dad's work, so I was like, yay. And we got my mom Pat Benatar tickets because she likes Pat Benatar.
Oh, nice! I love
Yeah.
Pat. Pat Benatar is actually my favorite female vocalist.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. She
Fucking awesome, dude.
She's singing in a casino by where my parents' retirement home is.
Dude,
so they're
that's
gonna go up
awesome! I fucking love Pat. Oh my god! I almost said Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. I'm sorry, Pat Benatar. I love you. Super hot.
She's not listening.
Oh my god! If she was though. Sploosh.
Someone watches Archer.
Hell is for children. Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe it'll pop back up in my head like a little bit later what I was doing during my week. But let's get things going. All right, so let's get into news, guys. So I think all of us saw this, and I know we bring it up every damn week, but it's just because it's hitting the news so much now. But Oculus and Facebook have stated that they want to create the first billion-person augmented MMO with the Oculus Rift. So I mean,
Billion with the B.
that's
Billion
with the B.
B.
That's huge, and I think I also heard that Google Glasses kind of had the same idea, where it's augmented reality, and you have like a HUD for the Google Glasses where you could see like other people who are using it and whatever. But like, damn man, that would be fucking huge.
Here's the one problem I find with it. Like,
Just one?
Here's the one big one. People like play video games to socialize because they're not so great at socializing in real life. Like our generation is very into their phone. They're not very good at being social. They socialize through like Facebook and all this. Like, I mean, you guys see this. Our generation.
I think that is. I think the problem with saying something like that is that you're looking at it's a small skew of people that have that problem, and generally, I mean, like,
don't think it's small.
do you have a problem with socializing?
Yes.
Really?
I'm very awkward in social situations.
Yes,
I'm very,
I don't think that's a
self-aware of
bad.
it.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though. I mean, you're socializing. You're talking.
I don't socialize as much as I should. But my point is though, like, if you have an augmented reality kind of thing, like, I just feel like that's being awkward in real life thing is gonna translate over because you're so like it's so all encompassing. They're trying to make it seem like real life, right? Like it's augmented reality. Like you're in the game. Like you look around and you're like socializing with other people. I just feel like what's the difference between that and socializing like socializing in real life. Like if you're playing a game, it's easier to play with people and talk with people because it's through a game.
Right. I
You're
understand.
kind of
Okay, here's my thing. I think if this thing does happen, I think it'll be a huge impact at the beginning of it, but I'm not sure how well it'll carry over, and the people who do stay with it are the people who are super into gaming like that, and they do have problems with socializing and stuff like that. But I think you can't generalize the general populace saying that we're all, for the general a general consensus being that we're all kind of bad at socializing.
I think we're definitely getting worse as a generation.
I mean, I think just our way of socializing is different from, say 10 years ago. I think just the norms for how you socialize is different. Not so much that it's worse. I mean, it's a different path.
Well, that's what socialize. I feel like this way of socializing, where you're in an augmented reality kind of like zone, it's just going to be too much of a shock.
Right, and then again, this all rides on how many people actually buy an Oculus Rift.
It's not going to be fucking 1 billion. Okay. That's ridiculous.
That's another thing.
Let me put this in perspective for you. The sales of Oculus to reach 1 billion would have to match the sales of every single console combined so far.
This is like when fucking Microsoft was saying, "Oh, we're gonna have 1 billion Xbox sold in its lifetime." Like, no, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
There have been 1 billion consoles sold of separately, like NES, SNES, Nintendo,
So like,
PlayStation,
that's so
everything.
Fucking stupid and arrogant of Microsoft to fucking say that. You said 1 billion with a B. Like, they straight up said 1 billion, and we're like, no.
I feel like someone put it like a typo for B instead of M.
No, I think it's just Microsoft. I think it's just fucking Major Nelson being a dumbass. Like, that's so stupid. I don't even know if it's Major Nelson saying that, but just fucking. But yeah, I mean that it is a cool step. Like, all of these situations in which you have like the next leap in technology, I think this always happens, is you have that, oh my god, this is gonna be like fucking Skynet. This is gonna ruin, like how we socialize and everything. But I think that we immediately jump to the bad things and we ignore the fact like that's actually pretty cool. Like we could have the technology now to do all of the sci-fi stuff. Now, whether we should or shouldn't is, that's up for debate. But I just think that it's cool that we have the ability to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree to that. I don't know.
How like the whole thing of like, oh, can we create a sentient robot? Like, we probably could do something that is at least rudimentary. In that, I think we've seen that before. It's like, whether we have the moral, ethic values to do that, or whether, we weigh the consequences against, us actually wanting to perform that and playing God. But, I just think it's cool that we have the ability to do that.
I feel like we've already crossed the line for playing God when we started cloning things.
Oh, and
honestly.
I mean, we even crossed the line when we started fucking in vitro fertilization and stuff like that. But or
genetic mutation for like plants and animals. Yeah. Like strawberries. Strawberries have. I've heard that. Strawberries have fish cells in them. At least strawberries that we know, so that they don't freeze like as much.
Yeah. My funny story. My uncle actually is a farmer, strawberry farmer in San Diego. So we actually just had Mother's Day dinner on Saturday, and my aunt brought us a shitload of strawberries, and like these things are fucking huge because it's like a family reserve kind of thing, and they're awesome and delicious. I had some yesterday. Actually, another thing that I did. Sorry, for Mother's Day, I got my mom an edible arrangements.
Those are really good.
Yeah, they were really good. Like we had the chocolate covered strawberries and everything.
Did you go to the one on Western?
I went to the one on Hawthorne. Or well, I didn't do it. I just ordered it. And my dad picked it up because I was at work. But yeah, nice. I can see what you mean about playing God and everything. But going back to the Facebook thing, the thing is, it's like. Can you get, sure, if Facebook could get everybody on Facebook to buy an Oculus Rift, sure, they can hit those numbers, but, I mean,
they would have to do...
You would have to, give Oculus Rifts away.
Yeah, exactly. Every time, every computer you buy comes with an Oculus Rift. That's the only way I could kind of see this happening.
It's just like how Wii Sports ended up being the biggest selling game pretty much of all time because they came bundled with Wii.
You know what, did you guys hear some news about John Carmack and the licensing to Oculus? I was listening to the Two Best Friends podcast, the Super Best Friend Cast, and they brought up some news about how John Carmack's old company is suing him for the Oculus Rift because they're like, oh, it's an idea that he came up with while he was still working with us, and technically within their contract, any ideas that you have during your employment with them is technically their copyright. So they're suing that, but what they're saying is that John Carmack's defense is that it's a different code. So they technically can't sue him over that, and there's this whole legal battle, and all this really translates to is that the old company that he helped found was super butthurt that they didn't jump on the Oculus thing, and they didn't do what Facebook did, and essentially Facebook kind of went this could be the next big thing, let's get it just so we can have it, just in case it is, and I just found that kind of funny, and it's just oh man, all these legal battles, the whole Candy Crush saga, legal battles with King, and them copywriting the name Candy, and I also heard that the what was that guy that he had the candy stripe or whatever.
Yeah, the guy.
I think that got resolved out of court, and
was there a settlement?
There was a settlement, and I think it was also that he agreed to saying there was. I think they were saying that that King had some kind of design set in place at the same time as him, so because neither of them were copyrighted till now, it was some weird bullshit. And it just seems did they pay him off and have him say this, read it off of a card and have him make a statement? Fuck, man, it's such skeezy
Okay, I was hearing this on the ride over here today. Just on the idea of interviews and all that, and Donald Sterling, right, owner of the Clippers.
Yeah.
Apparently, he went on Anderson Cooper. And apparently he's batshit crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that was obvious before. He he was asked you've been talking to Magic Johnson. Have you apologized? And he went up and said, if I did something wrong, then I am sorry about that. But Magic Johnson, I just don't think kids should look up to him. It's what the fuck is that about?
Oh.
He's I just don't think he hasn't done enough for his minority group. It's who the fuck are you to say that?
Which minority group? Is he talking about athletes with AIDS, or is he talking about black people?
I'm pretty sure he's talking about African Americans.
Yeah.
But athletes and AIDS also bad. Also they should get help. Well, I guess everyone thinks.
Inject money straight
into the blood. It was $1 million straight into the bloodstream.
Are you sure about that? Or you're not just sure? You're
I'm
HIV
positive. Oh man.
So I'm sorry. Yeah, I just on the. They were talking about how you need to get a media person to tell you how to answer questions and tell you what to say. You can't just go and say any fucking thing that comes to your mind. But I guess he is an 80-year-old billionaire, so what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, he's also starting to get onset dementia.
Yeah.
Turning into Gary Busey. Fucking, have you seen the commercials with Gary Busey doing the Amazon or
I'm actually
Amazon Fire? Because I love those commercials.
I'm really happy that he can make a joke of himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's just funny. He played I'm sure he's self-aware. I mean, he's definitely self-aware. But
absolutely.
how much is he actually fucking crazy? Or is he just so into this character of crazy Gary Busey that it's amazing?
It could be just his thing now.
Yeah.
That might just be his selling
How
point.
you doing today, Gary Busey? I'm doing great.
He is one rich motherfucker, though.
Oh,
Gary
yeah.
Busey?
Oh, yeah.
You know what he can do with that money? He could actually buy the new Wii U bundle.
Oh.
So Preston, you actually brought this up because you were interested in buying a Wii U.
Turns out it's actually the fastest selling game bundle of ever so far.
Oh my god,
Weird.
that means Nintendo just fap into that.
Nintendo's been having a really bad time financially lately.
Yeah, we discussed this in one of our other podcasts that they dipped into their war chest and that's bad. You never want to do that.
Yeah.
But this is good. This is the one little final shot in the arm for the Wii U, and it's smart on them. They're giving. Why don't you tell us about the bundle?
Yeah. The bundle. I don't have an exact price right now. It's a little more expensive than the
Current,
Wii U itself. I think it's $30 more than the black Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, you get Mario Kart 8. It's a Mario Kart 8 bundle.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And if there's one thing that can help boost the sales of fucking the Wii U, it's Mario Kart.
It's selling like mad. And then and then it comes with the download code for any of these 4 games. New Super Mario Bros. U.
Okay.
Pikmin 3.
Good.
The Wind Waker HD remake.
Nice.
Or Wii Party U, which no one wants.
Which
No,
I really
probably
wish
Wind
they had
Waker.
fucking Wonderful 101 on there because that is such a good game and it was so criminally undersold that it's just sad.
It's just not a big Nintendo title.
It's that's the problem. It's I mean, one thing is like Platinum as far as like the general public goes, it's not like Platinum makes great, amazing games. Their game systems are amazing, but like they're not big on the general like public radar.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that's strictly for gamers. You know, like that's it's just sad. You know,
Yeah.
it's a great game. It's an amazing game, but like, you know, it wasn't really publicly announced too much. They showed it off at E3, but like at the same time, like, you know, there wasn't a lot going for it as far as marketing goes, which it's kind of lame. But if you do have a Wii U, again, I'm going to suggest you buy that because it is an amazing game.
And if you don't have a Wii U, get the Mario Kart bundle because that's
Yeah.
only
Yeah. Don't decide that. Like get that. I would suggest if you could get the Wind Waker HD collection. Like I've stated, that's like my favorite Zelda game.
Super Mario Bros. U isn't very. It's you can miss it. It's not.
It's okay. I mean, it's good if you have like family kind of thing. And,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna if for like the consumer family, yeah, get that. That's fun. But if you're just like a gamer who wants to get a good game, I would say get the Wind Waker one. What was what were the other games?
Pikmin 3 and
Ooh,
Wii Party.
Pikmin 3 is also a really good one.
Haven't played it yet.
Like I watched gameplay of it and it looks really good. It's probably one of the best Pikmins.
Huh.
And yeah, like that's a hard. So I would say for a new game, get Pikmin 3, or get the Wind Waker.
If it
as
comes
far as
out,
free one.
if a Super Smash Brothers bundle comes out,
Oh, you know they're gonna do that. They're gonna
Definitely,
milk that for all
definitely.
it's worth.
I'm absolutely getting that.
Damn, I wish I would have bought a Wii U later so I could have gotten a bundle. Oh well,
Yeah, I'm happy with my Wind Waker special edition Wii U. It looks sick.
just got a stupid black one.
Well, mine's black, but it has like the gold Triforce trimmings and everything. It looks so good.
Just gonna buy some stickers or something. Whatever.
Okay. Let's see here. The next bit of news is you guys heard about the new TV series that's coming? Gotham, Batman coming back to TV.
Yeah,
So
it
what's
looks
up with
sick.
all these like superhero like DC does this like with Arrow, with Smallville, like they're all like before he was Batman, before he was Superman.
Yeah.
It's like these kind of like pseudo origin stories, and it's like, well, if it's before he was all this stuff, why are there all these characters that he meets when he was the superheroes
Yeah,
coming in?
I have to agree.
It's kind of
That's
funny.
kinda-
I mean, sure, that's just me thinking from like superhero logic. I mean, Smallville was really good. I never really got too into it, but it was just cool to see like, you know, a reimagining of these characters, and it's really cool. I haven't watched Arrow, so I don't know how that is, but apparently it's just for girls to watch the guy without a shirt on. That's all I've been hearing.
I was
So.
my brother watches Arrow, and I was talking to him about it the other day. He's just like, no, it's pretty good. And the Flash comes in, and they have Speedy, which is the Green Arrow sidekick. So it's
Right,
like,
right.
yeah. So
I'm so tired of origin stories.
Yeah, well,
It's
I mean,
nothing but lately.
yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna bring up any superhero, you're gonna have to have the origin story.
yeah, you can't really do like you can't really have a Batman
See,
like
and
a full
and
series.
the
It's
the
too-
problem with doing the Wonder Woman thing is their origins are boring. Nobody cares about like the origins of Wonder Woman, and you have to establish the origins of Wonder Woman in the first film. All of her best stories come from when, you know, she's
with the Justice League.
or not in the Justice League, but like later on, like within her career. So it's like, I mean, unless you do what Marvel does and they rework like a bunch of different storylines into like one movie, like it's kind of hard to do that.
What is the Wonder Woman origin story?
She was an
she's
Amazon
in-
princess.
Yeah, like it's just not as interesting, and you know that kind of sucks. And
Where the fuck did she get an invisible jet?
I don't fucking remember. Like that's the most baffling thing. Like
Yeah.
I'm reminded of the Robot Chicken sketch where she's sitting in there and Batman comes up. It's like, hey, he's like flying in the bat jet. And he's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, this is the toilet of the invisible jet. Just like, and then she moves to the cockpit. And he's like, so I noticed you didn't flush. Oh man. So I don't know. Like going back to the Gotham thing, like Batman's just, you know, it's a fucking huge IP right now. Like it's
Definitely,
the most. I want to say it's the most popular superhero right now, which
I'd have to agree.
I'm so burnt out on Batman. I can say that I'm honestly not interested in the Gotham thing because
Really?
I'm so burnt out on Batman. But
Well,
I'm
like-
not gonna say that it's gonna be bad. I'm just not super interested.
I don't even think it's gonna be that much about Bruce Wayne as a kid. I think it's gonna be mostly about Gordon, and Bruce Wayne is just gonna be in there a little bit, like as a side thing.
I'm cool with that. And I saw the little bumps for it, like before he was Batman, before Poison Ivy,
before Catwoman, before Riddler, before he was Riddler.
The problem is though, it's just like if it's all before this stuff, are they that interesting? Like.
I think it's really. I mean,
I would be interested to learn how they're gonna spin these characters off, because before that, like, it's what makes these characters interesting is they have these backstories, but the characters they are now are what really drives the character home. Like Joker, like the character he is like currently, like that's fucking awesome. He's a great character. Do you really care about who he was before that? I mean, it'd be interesting to see, like, okay, now I know who he was before that, but to have a whole series about that is
like it breaks the magic a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it could. I mean, one thing about Joker was that the only definitive thing that we knew about him before he was the Joker was that he was the original or one of the first Red Masks.
I think that the show is going to be a slightly grittier, like detective show, like hard hitting, like cop show, arrest the bad guys, with those DC origin like stories thrown in just for interest. I think it's just gonna be your run of the mill, not run of the mill. It's gonna be it's just gonna be a cop show. Start with Joseph Gordon, with characters like thrown in to just give you that little like nod, like haha, see, look, it's Bruce Wayne.
Nudge,
exactly.
Wink, wink.
So I'm hopeful for it.
Yeah, I hope it does well. It's just I'm not super interested,
Yeah.
And also I'm a big Marvel fan rather than DC.
Oh yeah.
Like
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s not that great though.
I don't know. I like from my friends who've been watching it, and my dad, who is a big fan now because of how I think I've heard recently, because of the storylines that they've tied into like the Captain America movie. Like I heard it's been getting really good. I haven't watched too much of it, but the stuff that I have seen, I think it's shot well. I think it's pretty cool, and it's good for like people who aren't super into comics. It's a good way to like get their foot in the door.
I haven't watched it. I watched the first like 6 episodes and then I just fell out of it. The actors they got and the characters were just the most generic, like pretty. The prettiest actresses and actors. And like, it was really boring.
But I mean, you see that with the Marvel movies, anyways. It's like they're very pretty characters, and I mean, like it's a TV series. They got to sell it somehow, and it's a TV series that has to do with superheroes. And this one, I feel like is a lot more fanciful. Like the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I feel is a lot more like fanciful, fantasy oriented than like it's how the hell do I explain it? It's a lot bolder in that they're not trying to like make it like super like they're not trying to make it like realistic like the Gotham show might be. Like they like down to scale. Like they're no, this is Marvel. This is Marvel doing a TV series like our movies. So and I think that's cool, and I think that they do a good job of getting it out to the populace. And,
have you watched any of it?
Yeah, I have. Like I haven't watched it sequentially, but I have watched episodes. You're right. I feel like the first season and stuff like that is like it's okay.
Yeah.
But the later episodes that I've been watching are pretty cool. There's some stuff going down. Hail Hydra, by the way. Like so I don't know, like
that Hail Hydra thing became a meme so quickly.
I love it. It was though.
Everywhere.
I love it though, because like when it first started, people were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then it's just like, yeah, Hail Hydra everywhere. And the best part is I was listening to the Two Best Friends one, and their reasoning for it was if you watch Captain America at the very end, spoilers by the way, at the very end there's a moment where Black Widow like hugs Steve Rogers, Captain America, and I guess the two best friends when they were watching it, one of them whispered, they go, Hail Hydra. It's like, what kind of a mindfuck would that be if Black Widow at the very end of the movie whispers that to Steve Rogers? Like, what? That would be a huge plot twist. It was just hilarious.
That wouldn't make any fucking sense.
I know, but just imagine that kind of like super huge
I would
twist.
be angry. That's an M. Night Shyamalan twist.
I know that is exactly what I likened it to, but it's just like one of those moments that'd be fucking hilarious. It wouldn't make any sense, but it'd be fucking hilarious. Okay, one last little segment of news before we get a word from our sponsors. This also has to do with movies. The Star Wars Episode 7 cast has been revealed.
Woo.
Now, like I've said before, it is relatively unknown actors, which is what J.J. Abrams wanted, and which I think will make Preston a little bit happy.
I greatly appreciate that.
That's fucking awesome, right? But one name that popped up that I am super excited for, Andy Serkis is going to be working on it. And oh my god, I love Andy Serkis. He is the actor who portrays Gollum, King Kong, Caesar from Planet of the Apes. And
So he does nothing but mocap.
yeah, pretty much. But no, he does, like, in Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, he was, he didn't have mocap on because it was like it did flashbacks to before he became Gollum.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also has other roles in other movies that I can't think of off the top of my head. But what's also really cool is that he was so ingrained within Lord of the Rings that they actually made him second unit director.
Oh,
so he did
wow.
that for I think Return of the King. He did it definitely for Return of the King. Maybe for Two Towers. I'm not sure if he did or not, but I know he was definitely for Return of the King, for the last two Hobbit movies, and he I think is also doing some second unit production for Planet of the Apes as well. But like, he is I just really like him. I really wanted him to get nominated for some kind of like supporting actor one day, just because, like, I understand that it, like, because it is mocap, that takes away a little bit, or people criticize, like, oh, it's CG, how can you give it? But it's like, no, his performance and the way that he personifies these characters brings these creatures to life, and I really respect that. So, like, I'm excited for him to be in Star Wars. Don't know what he's going to be. He's probably going to be a mocap character. But, man, I'm super excited. Plus, you have the cast return.
What if it's the worst? What if he just plays like a descendant of Jar Jar Binks?
Oh my god, they bring him back as Jar Jar. Then that means that JJ... Okay, that means that if this movie fucking shits the bed, that JJ Abrams will now forever be known as Jar Jar Abrams. Like, that's like... Oh, man. But, like, I mean...
We're starting it right here.
No. That's only if it's bad. And, I mean, that means it has to be worse than the new trilogy. Which I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Abrams is
I'm
very
super
confident.
excited. I don't know. How do you guys feel about, like, the cast being revealed as, like...
I mean, it's a lot of people you don't really know, right? It's not... It's like J.J. Abrams said, he wants, like, a cast of unknowns. So, it's like...
Yeah, so there's bias against it. And then, like, Preston, your problem with, like, saying... I don't see anybody but Angelina Jolie in this movie. Kind of like, it's not her character. Like, that'll take away, that'll stop that from happening. Yeah. I'm just pulling that as like an example. Like, saying,
is Angelina Jolie in this movie?
No,
That's fucking weird.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're watching a movie and you see like Angelina Jolie in it, it's like, oh, I just see Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's how I feel, and it's very distracting. I think it's a personal problem of mine, and I need help.
Yeah. Well, no, I think other people see that too, but I think it just depends on how you watch movies. So, why don't we do this? Why don't you guys write in and tell us how you feel about the new cast of Star Wars Episode 7, and some of your hopes and maybe a little bit of reservations about what the 7th episode is going to be. Write into...
Where can we write in, Preston? We write in at Twitter at EPC Nerdcast.
You do that,
That's
and every time you break that up, it's like hard for people to follow.
C Nerdcast. EPC Nerdcast. Bouncy.
We also have a Tumblr, but we haven't really been updating that.
We have not. I haven't checked the Tumblr.
Have you been checking Twitter?
We still have 3 followers.
Yay!
One of them being Eric.
Yay!
Why don't we also we have a Gmail account set up, right?
We do have a Gmail.
Okay, well you can also email us, and that is
our Gmail is epcnerd@gmail.com. Just
write in questions, give us a little bit of answers, or just go on our Facebook and tell us how you feel.
And if you want to draw us, send us pictures of us, because that'd be it'd be weird, but it'd be hot.
If we get any fan work, we will post it, and we
my god, that would be amazing. Speaking of that, before we take a break with our sponsors, so Jen, our current artist right now, has been Facebook messaging me, and I have a little bit of knowledge of what's gonna happen with the pictures of us.
So she's gonna give me a huge.
When are we gonna get to see it?
She's working on it because of finals too, so maybe a little bit after that. But you guys want me to tell you now what it's gonna be?
Yes.
Preston,
I want to know right now.
I want to know
right now.
You want to know? So we're gonna be Kingdom Hearts characters.
What?
Oh, shut up!
What?
Killed people's ears.
I'm sorry. I will tone that shit down, but that's awesome. Oh my fuck.
So you want me to tell you who we're gonna be?
It's Sora, Dylan, and Goofy, right?
No. You are gonna be Sora.
Yes.
God damn my ears, man.
I'm sorry. Everyone at home, I will tone this down so this doesn't hurt your ears. But yes.
Preston is gonna be Ventus.
Who?
I don't know who Ventus is. Is that the guy with the red hair?
Okay, no, that's Axel. I would fucking love to be Axel. Well, actually, she was talking to me. Like, we had the biggest debate over our Facebook messages who I should be, and I was just like, either make me. She gave me like, Axel, Roxas, Ventus, Terra. I'm like,
I actually don't know what Ventus is.
Ventus is part of it's Birth by Sleep. It was the Origins one where it's like before like the Keyblade War era. It's a really crazy backstory. Like it was. That's really when it was just like I don't know what the fuck is going on with this storyline anymore. Basically, they're analogous of Sora, Riku, and Kairi.
Huh.
Like there was like Aqua, who's like the I think it was part of Final Mix where you see Aqua's Keyblade armor. Anyways, like Ventus straight up looks like a copy of Riku. Like there are side by side comparisons. Like this is just Riku, or not. I'm sorry, not Riku. Roxas. He looks almost exactly like Roxas with slightly different hair color.
Interesting.
And the side by side comparison, I told her like that's one weird thing that's gonna be like because we finally decided that I'll be Roxas, and I told her like God damn it, that means I want my 2 fucking Keyblades. I want Oblivion and I want Oathkeeper. She's like no, then that means I have to give other people 2 Keyblades. I'm like no, because that is Roxas's thing. He wields 2 Keyblades.
But so does Sora and the second one.
No, but I mean like whenever you look at promotional art, like Roxas's thing was that he had the Oathkeeper and the Oblivion Keyblade, and you know you have your regular Kingdom Key,
Woo!
Which you're gonna get. So you're definitely gonna be Sora. I believe I'm going to be Roxas with I told her either Keyblade is fine for me, so it's either going to be Oathkeeper or Oblivion, and Preston is going to be Ventus.
Ventus really does look like Roxas.
Right? It is really... exactly Roxas. And I'm like, so that's one thing that's going to be a problem. I told her, I think actually Preston would be more of Terra. Like, if you search Terra Kingdom Hearts, I think that's more of a Preston.
Is Terra a boy or a girl?
He's a guy.
Okay.
He looks pretty cool. He kind of looks like Squall's a bit, I guess.
Squall a little bit?
He looks like, you know, like, he looks like taller, more stoic kind of character. And I feel like that fits him more. Like, I thought that would have been a good match for Preston.
I don't want to wear a skirt.
It's not a skirt. Think of it like a kimono.
I don't want to wear a kimono.
I'm actually a little intrigued, like, how she picked the characters.
For some reason, she thought Preston looked like Ventus, which I don't see at all.
I mean, I'll accept the compliment, I guess.
But then remember, she also mixes you two up a lot. So
does she?
Yeah. So
for all we know, you could be Sora and I could be Ventus.
No. You are definitely Sora.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, that totally fits. She asked me like, okay, here are your choices. You can be Riku or you can be Roxas. You can be Axel. I'm like, I'm not Riku at all. Like, what are you talking about? I thought Preston was more Riku than me.
I can see.
So I was like, you know.
You seem like an antagonist.
Yeah. Well, or like I just think he's the more reserved, like, you know, not as loud like you and me kind of character. So I thought that was kind of cool if I'm Roxas, because I'm like, you know, like you're nobody. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, you're not.
At least I'm not heartless.
Like Preston.
Well, Riku would have totally sort of been like kind of heartless.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, that's super cool. That's what's gonna be. That's gonna be next. I know that really got you excited.
I'm very excited about that.
I'm looking forward to it. I also was thinking of doing Axel, just because I fucking love Axel. Got it memorized. And like in what was it called? Dream Drop Distance. Axel's normal, because you know how Axel's a nobody, right?
Yeah.
His real character comes back, Leia.
Oh.
It's just Axel without the teardrop tattoos, which I'm sad about because I like those. Those are cool. And he actually gets a Keyblade, and it looks super sweet. And I was like, you can make me this character, but I'm like, nah. In the end, Roxas I think fits me better.
Yeah.
But Axel's cool. So yeah, we'll look forward to that. Why don't we take a short word from our sponsors? This podcast is brought to you by Stitcher. Hey guys, we're up on Stitcher.
Woo! Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Yay! Kathy knows that we're up on Stitcher.
Kathy gets it.
Kathy, tell your friends we're lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can listen to us on Stitcher along with a bunch of other really good podcasts. Preston, I know you like to listen to NPR.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I listen to a bunch like This American Life and Radio Lab, Freakonomics, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're all up on Stitcher, dude. They got a lot of shows within their top 100, and that's a great place to check out a bunch of new other podcasts like ours.
Are we in the top 100 yet, guys?
We can be if everybody starts listening to us on Stitcher.
Hey guys, that's a good idea.
Let's boost our ratings, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of shows, like, you know, if we can get on Stitcher, like, imagine all the other, you know, millions of other radio shows that are way better than us that you can listen to.
Nah.
We're like your gateway drug to other podcasts. you start out, with something that's not too intense, and then you work your way up until you find something that you super, super like. So I think,
like the Super Best Friends. I don't think they're on Stitcher.
No, they're up on iTunes, which I kind of want to try to get us on also. We're also on Podomatic, which I believe only hosts one episode at a time, correct?
Podomatic has it has our last 4 or 5.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, but Stitcher is run through our Podomatic RSS feed.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
the same amount of it. Yeah.
So that's cool. So listen to us on Stitcher. Go on there yourself. Discover more podcasts. Maybe all the video game nerd shit that we talk about isn't quite your cup of tea. There's a bunch of other things that hit all different interests.
You should like us.
There's sports.
You should like us.
Yeah, you should focus on just us.
This is true. You should just
Nerd
focus
stuff,
on
the
us
games.
because you love us. Because we're so goddamn
If you
lovable.
have one podcast you're going to listen to, it better be us, or I will find you.
Yeah, so go online to Stitcher.com and start searching today.
Japanese food.
Bitch.
All right, guys, it's time for Get Hype. So we have a bunch of movies that we can get hype about. So Eric, one thing that you and I did over this past week was we went to go watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man.
So how amazing was it?
Not very.
Well, I think it was, the visuals were amazing. The visuals were great, and they were they were perfect comic book visuals for me. I thought it translated the visuals of the comic immensely. That being said, let's get into the narrative without going into spoilers. I think we both feel the same way.
It was choppy. The narrative was so
okay.
choppy.
I think the problem was it wasn't now people had a lot of problems with going into the saying that there's too many villains, or they're gonna make it work. I didn't think that was the problem. I think it was just there were scenes that they could have probably either merged together or omitted.
The Hobgoblin was so rushed. His whole thing was
okay,
rushed.
Okay, I mean, you could probably guess that from the trailer, but yeah, well, technically, it wasn't even Hobgoblin; it was Green Goblin.
No, Harry's supposed to be the Hobgoblin.
I know
so
that's one thing that I took issue with, is that he's actually credited as Harry Osborn Green Goblin.
Oh, that's
I find that kind of dumb too, because I always knew Harry as Hobgoblin, which is why when I watched the first original Spider-Man, I was like, he's not New Goblin? That's stupid. No, just call him the fucking Hobgoblin. That being said, I loved his design. His new design for the Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, whatever. It was very I thought it was very comic booky, and I really liked it.
I watched it with Iliana, and Iliana once after he gets spoilers, tons of spoilers.
No. Just don't talk about how it happens. Just talk about what he looks like.
The suit that he's wearing comes out of nowhere. I was very
where the
fuck does this come from?
Not really out of nowhere. I mean, it was shown in the previews, and it's.
And did they just have it?
For
no reason.
Yeah, okay, that's the thing that I was saying, was that a lot of the points could have been elaborated on, and it could have been cool if they had omitted some stuff. And the one thing that I joke about in this film, I mean, I'm not gonna dock it for it. I mean, it's just it was fun. It would be funny to see how they would direct Andrew Garfield on set. It's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Peter Parker cries a lot. I think I counted 4 or 5 scenes where he's crying, and I just imagine the director thinking, okay, in this scene you're crying again. We need your tears.
So it's like Spider-Man 3.
It's
except he wasn't super emo with the hair down and everything. That would be Harry Osborn.
yeah, really.
That being said, I think it was a fun superhero movie. It wasn't great.
You know what the one thing that I think bothered me most? The music. The music was weird to me.
I think you notice it. I don't think it's too bad. The only weird thing was in when Electro's theme comes on and he has the actual vocals in his song. That's a little weird.
Yeah, they had this super dubsteppy song that was Electro's theme, but the vocals were the voices in his head. And you don't really get that at first.
Yeah, it's I understood it because I actually watched it twice, and I'm I got it the second time around definitely. But it's at first I really thought somebody was talking.
Yeah, it was...
And I'm I didn't really care for that. But as far as the dubstep and the electro goes, that works with his character and for a modern day Spider-Man film.
Okay, but do you remember before Jamie Foxx turned into Electro, before he was when he was still Max, his theme was weird. It was Eastern old country European sounding. It didn't make any sense at all.
It was a little bit weird, but it wasn't too bad.
And that song where he where Peter Parker he puts on the headphones and then he starts making a map of his hands.
That was just that was
weird too.
That was so OST or not OST, but it was OST, not so much score.
Yeah, it was just it didn't. The music bugged me so much.
I didn't have too much of a problem with it. You definitely noticed it, but it wasn't a bad thing.
If it brings you out of the movie, then it's a bad thing.
Not necessarily. I mean, it was like it didn't make me go, "That's weird." It made me go, "That's interesting," and it's just it made me notice it, which is cool. I mean, scores don't always have to be like in your subconscious. Like I love when you can hear a score and it makes you feel this emotion. Like I really liked when Peter Parker is battling Hobgoblin, Green Goblin. You know, we're just gonna call it Hobgoblin because fuck that.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
We're like, I thought the music was really good and helped convey the desperation that he has.
Hobgoblin
Going through it. The Electro final battle was amazing. Like the soundtrack for that. But you're right. The when you first see Electro and he has the weird like vocals, like. In the movie, that's weird, but like I can imagine like me just listening to that, and that'd be really cool. But because what's happening during that, it was a little weird.
Yeah, and when they in that final fight with Electro, they kept hitting towers, and it was like different like Electro notes.
I love that. I
did not
really,
and he even referenced it like, "Oh, I love this song." It's just like, no,
no. That was the point. That was the point of it. It was one of those. What is it called? It's source music where like it's actually part of like the environment. It was that, and you know what? I don't know because like the multiple groups that I watched it with and people that I've been hearing have really liked that. So maybe it's just you because like that's the way that you watch movies.
Maybe
because I don't. I thought that was really cool. I really liked that. I thought it was a little too meta when they have the Spider-Man theme song playing as his ringtone. I thought that was kind of dumb.
That's actually interesting. I actually like that part.
See, that's weird. We have like different tastes.
You guys are disagreeing on literally everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Not into going to spoilers, but I fucking lost it when the web turned into a hand. I was like,
oh yeah, I can agree with that. That was fucking weird.
And let me just say, something big happens at the end of the movie where I was like, that's an interesting bold take, and I think everybody going into the last like 20 minutes of the film called what was going to happen, but I wanted something different to happen that happens in the comic books. Yeah. I'm trying not to go into spoilers, but yeah,
Everyone dies.
Like it was a very interesting take for them, and I did like how they portrayed the ending, but it felt a little like rushed. The ending felt a little rushed at the end.
When you have so much content like that, though, it always does come rushed.
Oh yeah. Like it was just like it wasn't that they were packing it full of stuff. It was that the stuff that they had they expanded on a little too much.
Yeah.
Like I think there was like the subplot with Aunt May that I don't think we really needed.
You know, it was really funny. Aunt May. Okay, so like, Electro, lights go out, like totally blows the circuit. Once Spider-Man gets everything working again and power comes back to New York, Aunt May, who's training as she's just in training at a hospital.
I thought you were gonna say she's a hot nurse. I'm like,
no,
what?
Like she's in training to be like just a medical assistant. And as soon as they comes back on, she's like, "All right, everyone, let's get back to work." And
like,
I turned to
you're an intern.
Yeah,
Shut
exactly.
Up.
That's the point. Like, what the fuck are you commanding people? You don't have anything to say
my ears
here.
out.
Sorry,
man. Eric is super excited in this podcast.
I was very.
Yeah, it was just like I felt that little sub story wasn't necessary.
It wasn't.
Like I mean I understand what you're trying to do and trying to build another character, and especially with somebody like Sally Field, but it's like I don't think it was really necessary. You probably could have cut it or merged it with something, which they kind of tried to do, but it stood out a little too much.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. I loved the opening. I thought the opening was really cool.
What was the opening again?
It had to do with Richard Parker.
Oh yeah,
that was a very interesting opening. I really enjoyed that. That being said, one final word on this is all this is a setup for
the Sinister Six.
Sinister Six movie, and I'm excited for that. That's gonna be really cool.
Especially Paul Giamatti. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah, Paul Giamatti. We're not gonna say who he is, but Paul Giamatti was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So I was okay with it. I would give it a. I would say go watch it. Like, definitely go watch it in theaters because, like, the visuals are awesome. Just don't, like, expect too much out of it like all the other Marvel movies because technically this is a Marvel-Sony movie.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a different, distributor. So, like, go watch it. Go watch it. It's fun. It's fun to watch. It's a good popcorn movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not, like, super, super epic. It's still really cool, though.
I would say it's, out of the 5 Spider-Man movies that there have been, though, I would say this is probably the 4th. Out of all of the 5, I think this is 4th. I think the only one worse is Spider-Man 3.
I would say Spider-Man 3 would be lowest.
Yeah.
Then I would personally go Amazing Spider-Man below this. Really? I would say this is middle ground.
You think this is better than the first one?
I just didn't care for the first one at all because I didn't like the way they handled the origin story.
Interesting.
Like and then Didn't care for the way I didn't care for the design for the lizard. I don't know. I just didn't care for this origin, like for this Amazing Spider-Man's origin story. Didn't care for it. There were some elements that I thought were dumb, and I don't know. I didn't care for it as much. I actually said that despite Tobey Maguire, I preferred the original trilogy to the first Amazing Spider-Man.
I would say I actually like Tobey Maguire better as a Spider-Man just because he's more playable as a nerd. Like Peter Parker is supposed to be like this very nerdy geeky at first. Well, Andrew Garfield is just a stud.
Again, the problem is that the thing that you're thinking is classic Spider-Man. Yeah. This one's like Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man, yeah, he's a nerd, he's kind of a loser, but like he is played off a little bit better once he becomes Spider-Man. He becomes a little bit cooler. But like the one thing that I can say is that he definitely plays the sarcastic Spider-Man like he's supposed to, because Spider-Man is a sarcastic little shit, man, and he plays that really well. And you know what? I actually would say I like Andrew Garfield better when he is under the mask because he plays a really good sarcastic Spider-Man.
He does.
So I would say go watch it.
Don't show us your face, Garfield. Just keep it hidden.
I think he does okay. I just like the other. I think the narrative that Sam Raimi had is a little bit better. Like I would say Spider-Man 2 is actually my favorite one out of them. Then I would go Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 3. Okay, let's move on.
How you doing, Preston?
Let's keep going with superhero movies. X-Men's coming out in 2 weeks.
Woo!
It's gonna be awesome.
They've been advertising the shit out.
You know
of
what?
Really
That's what I'm a little afraid of, is because before this you had 2 trailers and those were amazing trailers, and then you see this 3rd trailer come out and I'm like, little too much Wolverine. Like it just in this trailer specifically, like there was a little too much Wolverine, and I don't know, like I didn't care for it as much as the other ones. I'm afraid of seeing too much. Like the other 2 trailers were perfect.
But like I feel like we're following Wolverine. We're following him as he travels through time.
I understand. Well, okay, here's the thing. The original Days of Future Past was Wolverine is a prominent part in the beginning of it, but when it actually going into the past, Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, is the one that actually does it.
Really?
Now this one, because it's like, who can you have as a main character? You obviously have to put Wolverine.
Definitely.
Like that's fine. And the way they can explain it is that because his healing factor and everything, he can survive it. Yeah. And Shadowcat is more of just like the proxy by which he can travel back in time. That I'm fine with that.
I actually don't understand how Shadowcat travels back in time.
It has to do with being able to phase and warp through space time. You know how she can go through walls and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
it's
not really
complicated.
Going through space time. I mean, that's more of a Nightcrawler thing, I would think.
It's weird and complicated, but yeah, like that's. I mean, like I understand, like we're gonna be following Wolverine, and that's fine. He's gonna be one of the main characters. But it's just like this. I think this trailer to me was like it wasn't as good as the other 2. And it was just like, I'm seeing a little too much. I don't want to see anymore. Like, I want it to be like, I want to watch this, And I think that's a big problem, like you said, with trailers. Like, they show too much. But I think this is more like, instead of showing too much, they showed one too many trailers. Like, the Godzilla one, there's like only 2 trailers, and it's like fucking awesome.
I heard there was a Japanese trailer that gave a lot more away.
It's the Asian trailer that I actually put up on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not too much, but it's like you see, and I've actually seen a little bit more TV spots now for Godzilla, and you see a little bit more of Godzilla, which is fun, but it still just flashes. I'll get into that in a second, but yeah, X-Men Days of Future Past, super hyped for it. I'm hoping that it does good.
I'm hoping to see as much Peter Dinklage as possible.
Yes, well, Peter Dinklage is definitely gonna have a big role. He's Trask, so that's gonna be cool. And the Sentinels, I think, are looking pretty tight.
Definitely.
I like them. I'm hoping we get Nimrod at the end, like in the apocalyptic future. That's gonna be cool.
I want to see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in every scene together.
Yes.
I just want to see them be the best friends on screen.
I love those like Facebook photos that they posted them just being really cool. They're awesome.
The best.
Pretty amazing
friends.
Oh my god, love it. It's awesome. Plus, I love shout outs to actually putting Punk Storm up on there. Like the character design for Storm is actually taken from like the 80s when she had like the Mandingo like shaved head mohawk going. like a lot of fans didn't like that, but I just like the fact that it's a departure from normal Storm. Like that's cool. It's punk. She's a punk. It's cool.
Halle Berry, I haven't seen her in anything.
Not recently. I actually just watched Swordfish again for the first time in a while. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's like kind of like a heist, like spy heist kind of film.
Huh. Hey.
Pretty cool. It actually has Hugh Jackman in there along with Halle Berry, Don Cheadle.
Oh, all right.
It's pretty good. More movies. We have Maleficent coming up.
Yeah, and I am still so on the fence. I don't know if I want
Really?
to see this in theaters. I think this is the one I want to. This is buy it or go see it, rent it, or just skip it. I think this is like a rent it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start doing like a
agree with
review
you there.
section later, where our review scale will be watch it slash buy it, or watch it slash buy it, rent slash watch on TV.
Or Netflix or something.
Rent or watch on TV or Netflix, and then just skip it. That's like the second one.
I think this one's gonna
Or
be.
third one, I
I'm
mean.
gonna wait for TV. Gonna wait for it.
Well, we can't say yet because like we haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
However, I can say that the first trailer that I watched did not care, didn't give a shit. The second trailer that they had, I was actually on board. I like, if anything, man, like Angelina Jolie was made for this role. Like she plays a really good Maleficent.
She does. She definitely does. She is like the perfect actress for the role. It's just I don't know if I care about the role that much. Like it's
I
just
can
like
see what you mean because it's like Maleficent's so fucking evil. How are they going to spin her off as a sympathetic character?
and it's just like how the Wizard of Oz was.
That's one fear that I have is that like Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into Oz the Great and Powerful, which I
Exactly,
I was
yeah.
disappointed.
I-
But this one I am pretty hyped for. I'll definitely watch. It's not like on my super hype radar, but it's definitely a movie that I'll try and see in theaters.
Yeah.
If anything, it could be a good popcorn flick. Yeah. So, Preston, you haven't really been talking much. Any movies that have been on your radar lately that you've been wanting to see?
God, ultimately no. I mean, Maleficent, it's... I'm okay with it. Angelina Jolie is, like I said before, too A-list of an actor for me to really appreciate.
A-listophobia, yeah.
A-listophobia. It gets... I don't know, like, I'm going to see her as Angelina Jolie, and those lips, oh boy, they're like half her face now. They grow. Did you see her, the picture of her prom?
No, I
She
haven't.
was not that attractive of a girl in
Yeah,
high
actually,
school.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But good for her.
I mean, who is during high school? I mean,
I was beautiful.
that just means you're gonna go downhill. Usually, if you're hot, then you're gonna go downhill.
I wasn't.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so nothing really too much. Then
No,
I'm gonna
I mean-
go into Godzilla. Oh my god! It's like 6 days away. I just bought tickets. I'm gonna go fucking watch it. It's gonna be awesome. One thing that's been fucking hilarious is you mentioned the Japanese trailer, which you see a little bit more Godzilla from. So there's this trope now where Asian Godzilla is like, Japan. He eats less, so he's skinnier, and American Godzilla's fat. And it's like if you watch it, like. He's definitely... This is the biggest Godzilla that has ever been, like, in scale.
Huh.
Like, he is the biggest Godzilla that has been created. And I'm cool with him being kind of like... Like, people liken him to being a bear. Like, looking like a bear. And I'm totally cool with that. I mean, if you're going to create, like, a destroyer of a monster... Make him fucking huge. Like, it just builds more to the fact that you can't fucking kill him because he's so goddamn big. So
Well,
I'm really cool with it.
I have a question about Godzilla. Does Godzilla have its own like timeline as with like comic books, or are these like completely separate Godzilla entities?
This is a reboot. So this doesn't have anything to do with the original Japanese movie series. So this will be completely different. We'll see how it goes. One thing that I really like about this is that it really is trying to focus on the characters, with Godzilla being not a device but like an element of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is playing on the fact that he is this force of nature again, and I really, really like that. I'm looking forward to it so much because of Bryan Cranston, because of Ken Watanabe.
Yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
I heard hints that there are going to be other creatures.
yeah.
There's going to be at
definitely.
least
There was
one,
in
maybe
of the trailers,
two.
yeah.
And,
Are they man-made? It seems like man is releasing
Yes,
one. Okay,
yes.
so it's Godzilla versus a man-made monstrosity.
Yeah, there is a I think it's called the Let Them Fight trailer. It is really cool. It's just it's not so much of a trailer. I mean, it is a trailer, but it's like almost like a movie clip because there's like this general who's like, you're like, you really sure? Are you sure that this thing can destroy it? They don't talk about who they're talking about, which side that they're pulling for, but they're like, the arrogance of man is thinking that nature is within our control and not the other way around. And I say, let them fight. And it's like, oh, And then you see like this giant huge thing flying through the air. And
Mothra.
People think it's Rodan, but other people are saying that it's Muto. And I'm not entirely sure who it's going to be. I'm actually just hoping for an original monster. But it's flying through the air. People are fucking panicking. They're running one way. Then there's a boom. And you look up and there's fucking Godzilla there. So it's like they're like, well, fuck. Where do we go now?
What if like it's no one suspects this? It's a weird fucking tie into Pacific Rim. It's just like
no,
mech
that's what
that
they're
flies
hoping
in.
for. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be so good. Oh my god, like sploosh everywhere. It'll be all over the apartment if that happens. In the theaters. I mean, if there's some kind of tie-in at the end, like literally that entire theater is just gonna be drenched in Cory juice. There's your title. Drenched in Cory juice.
Remind me to not. Yeah, I guess so. Drenched in Cory juice. Remind me to not watch it with you.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get the juices going.
No.
Actually, if you guys do want to see it though, we're gonna watch it Friday at like 10:50 at night.
This Friday, right?
Yeah, this Friday. You guys want?
Actually, Friday's my last day of work, so I will have to miss it.
Okay, well, just Preston, if you're not doing anything, gonna be watching it with Dylan down in at Regal at the Promenade.
In
PV.
Oh, PV.
Yeah, that really nice mall that you like. So yeah, like we're gonna be watching it super late. It's gonna be awesome. I will definitely have a review up. Expect multiple splooshes everywhere on the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys better bring a raincoat.
Oh, my poor apartment.
My poor microphone. It's not.
So
good
yeah.
with
So
moisture.
fuck. I'm so hyped for Godzilla. Okay, let's move into some more get hype news. Guess what's fucking hype, guys? Pokemon is fucking hype. Guess what's coming out? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for 3DS.
So this caught me completely by surprise.
I love
not
people
so much
just
surprise, but the
suspecting
fact that they announced it caught me by surprise. Because like everybody expected after Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Fire Red, Leaf Green,
Yeah.
that they're gonna do a re-release of this, and
Yeah.
that's fucking awesome. The only thing is now that I'm interested. They're saying that we're wondering, is it gonna actually like do what Heart Gold, Soul Silver did and Ruby and Fire Red, and just recreate the entire story, or is it going to be a different thing within that universe? Because
they set a whole new land.
yeah, that's the thing in the trailer. So we're just like, is this a different storyline within the Hoenn region? Because that would be really cool. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So right now it's up for speculation because we really haven't seen anything except for the announcement happening. One thing that I want back that I would think would be a really cool thing, especially for 3DS owners, is remember how they had secret hideouts that you can make?
Yeah.
Now you have
yeah.
that, but you have your Miis like go to everybody's hideouts and check them out. That'd be so cool.
I like that.
Like that'd be cool. I really want them to bring that back.
Yeah. I'm excited for the contests again. Like the,
Oh my god, yeah.
I got way too into those guys.
yeah,
I did
same
too.
here. Same here.
My Typhlosion was so cute.
My Manetric was just cool as shit.
Fucking
Awesome.
trying to get a melodic was
Oh,
impossible. You
yeah.
had to get full beauty.
Oh yeah.
Yep. On a Feebas.
And like, who would know that? Who would know that to do that?
Too much
at
of
all?
a metagame. And plus, you can't even play yours anymore, Eric, because your battery's dead inside of the game.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, emulators.
It's okay.
One thing that I remember pissed me off was fucking Rayquaza. Just
Why? What's
getting up the fucking tower to it pissed me
Oh
off.
yeah.
And then when you get there, then you just get owned. I fucking hated that. But yeah. But one thing that was weird was that I heard this rumor that like this is actually what happened. When I played Ruby and Sapphire, I heard a rumor that Pokeballs work like Master Balls on them. So when I went to them, the first thing I did was throw a Pokeball and I caught fucking Groudon. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Weird.
Like, I don't know what it is, and I researched it, and it was just really this weird 1 in 1,000 chance, and it worked for me. The second the fight started, I threw a Pokeball because I heard a rumor, and it fucking works. For the longest time, I was like, just throw a fucking Pokeball.
That's awesome.
And then people would be like,
Weirdest.
that didn't fucking work for me. And I'm like, really? Oh.
Huh.
I just thought that was really cool. I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing.
So, do you think Omega and Alpha? Do you think those are like mega evolutions for Groudon and Kyogre?
Oh, I never.
I don't
thought
know.
of it that way.
Because like
They look weird.
I think it was just. I just think the name is just because it's like we're gonna Fire Red, Leaf Green.
But they do
like,
look a little different on the
They do.
covers.
They have like the line work with them
Yeah.
is highlighted.
And if they
which
make
is
evolve
really cool.
Mewtwo, they could make evolve. Any
Oh, I'm sure they
legendary.
might be able to work in Mega Evolution somewhere in there.
Oh, I mean, they did a Mega Blaziken. They're definitely gonna do a Mega like Swampert and a Mega whatever Trico's thing is.
Oh yeah.
Sceptile.
Sceptile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sceptile.
definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we're all hyped for that. Knowing us and Pokemon, it's fucking awesome.
Just we're gonna be on our DS is playing Pokemon Super Smash just the entire fucking winter break.
Oh my god.
Yep. Oh, that's yep. Yep.
Yep.
That's okay. That's
Yep.
coming in.
That's what's gonna
yep.
happen.
It's gonna be so cool. Okay, last little bit of get hype news. Unless anybody has anything left to say about Pokemon or anything else in general. Actually, Preston has some get hype news. As far as 3DS owner, or not 3DS, iOS people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just did this yesterday where, if anyone who's a fan of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series, which are actually they're very cool games. They're
awesome.
They're super logic based. And I love my logic puzzles.
I would suggest anybody with a 3DS right now go get the digital download for Dual Destinies.
Oh yeah,
Great
I played the demo.
It's good, right?
I
So good.
I want to play the whole
Phoenix
game.
Wright is some of the best it's almost visual novel style, and like the writing for it is really good.
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
it's a good time.
And it's very rare that you run into a case where either like it runs too long or like it's not as good as the other ones. But it's like once you get through that, you know the rest of those cases are amazing.
Yeah. On iOS, the original trilogy that I think came out on the Game Boy is available on the App Store.
DS.
Or no, they came out on the iOS originally. I mean, I'm sorry, the Game Boy.
Well, no, the second one came out on the DS.
But originally it was the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And
But
then it got
like,
re-released.
but no, I'm saying the American ones. The American ones came out on the DS.
Oh really? It was Japanese for I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah,
either way.
what are you talking about? This is totally Japanese. The game is totally a Japanese.
Oh no, I didn't know that that the Game Boy version didn't come out for America.
No, it was the DS's.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. But anyways, we're getting off topic though. The original 3 are available on the App Store. If you buy all 3, it's like $17.
That's a fucking steal.
That's a pretty damn good steal for the amount of hours you put into that.
Exactly.
Yep. So I just did that. If you download the app, the app itself is free, and then you purchase it in game. It gives you the first 2 chapters for free.
Yeah.
So
fucking A, dude.
if you think you'd like the series, then check it out. It's fun.
It's really good. It's like
logic.
It's if you guys don't know, Phoenix Wright is an attorney, and you're basically fighting for your clients and using logic and
You like cross-examinate them. And
it's really cool. It's like it makes sitting through a court case fun because the characters are awesome.
And I hear that if you beat every single game, you basically get an honorary law doctorate.
Really?
Yeah, like you've gone through the court system so many times that you.
That's cool. Awesome, man.
No, I'm lying.
Oh. I was gonna say like that's kind of cool, but at the same time, how's that gonna happen? But it's still cool. So yeah, that's really cool. Go download that. Eric, since you said that you haven't played them before,
No idea.
no.
No.
I would really suggest you get them. You will get addicted. They're really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially since you like writing and stories like that, like it's really cool. It has a very good Japanese style, but it does one of those like Japanese things where it's just like, oh, like it's jelly donuts all over again. You know how like if it's like something Japanese, they replace it with something Americanized.
Oh yeah,
So,
I can get that.
because it came out during that era where that was like the thing to do. So, but it's just kind of funny.
All right.
Like it's very Japanese. It's very cool.
Now that summer's upon us and we'll have nothing to do, I'll check it out.
Okay, so one last bit of get hype before we end this the first podcast segment is that's what I did. This is what I was gonna bring up, and this is why I'm segueing into this. So what I also did, one last thing that I did during my week, I actually helped out an old school friend's film set. They came back. It's like he was my senpai. Like he was like my mentor kind of thing. Like I had like a couple classes with him, and they looked up to him. He taught me a lot. He and his girlfriend, who I just found out, like I guess they got married, and it's like what? I didn't know that. I didn't know. I was like so happy for them because I knew both of them. I love both of them. They're awesome. They had me work on this film set. That they were doing it was actually the girl's directorial debut, which was really cool.
Nice.
It was really small film set, really easy. I just worked on as a PA/grip, and one of my other film friends that's actually graduating with us, but he actually had to switch out because he was trying to double major in engineering and film,
Wow.
and they wouldn't let him do that, so he just switched to engineering. His name is Stephen Finn. He actually is part of a band called Third Rate, which is really cool. He sends me some invites. I haven't gone to see them yet, but from what I heard, they're really good. Great guy, knows like a lot about grip work and everything because he's an engineer, knows how to build stuff. We actually used a slide rail.
Oh,
that was
very
actually
cool.
really cool. I put it up on my Instagram and stuff like that. It
Those are
was
fun.
awesome. He's like, yeah, I actually built one. And like he has the blueprints for it. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. He actually started. They actually started their own Let's Play channel, and it's called Second Rate Gamers.
Competition.
Not really. What this is gonna be was we were talking, and he would love to guest star on our podcast.
Very cool.
So I think, and another thing that's really cool, he's a wrestling fan too. So we were talking a bunch of wrestling stuff. So I mean,
You
like,
have somebody to talk to about it.
Finally.
so yeah, so like I told him about us. I sent him an invite, an open invite anytime he wants to come down and shoot the shit with us, be a special guest. Also at the same time, he said that we could have us go and do a let's play with them. We can do collab, collab let's plays. Like that'd be really cool. So
Nice.
Second Rate Gamers, I think that'd be really cool. Like I think we can get hyped about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds awesome.
sounds like a good time.
So yeah, go check out the band Third Rate. Just go on Facebook and check them out. Stephen Finn, it's gonna be awesome.
Cool.
Like, we can look forward to that in the future.
This podcast brought to you by Stephen Finn.
Well, Third Rate.
Third rate Stephen Finn.
Or Second Rate Gamers.
Or second rate Stephen
And
Finn.
they might be, the band might be third rate, and the channel might be second rate gamers, but they're first rate content.
Go die.
Okay.
But listeners, don't go die, because we're going to have the second half of the podcast come up later on this week. Thank you guys for listening. And we hope to have some more Get Hype shit next week.
No, actually, just go die.
Please don't. Please don't.
We need you!
I need you inside me. You need us inside your ears.
Oh God. Oh my. You guys are vulgar. I didn't know this.
You didn't know this. We've
didn't
we've
know
been
this.
through 8 episodes.
This is a family
Technically like
show.
10.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
just
still don't know
kinda-
this.
Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
Well, no, who are you not? You're not Preston. Come on, man.
Thank God I'm not Preston.
Oh, Jesus. Nobody wants to be Preston. What
Guys,
a show.
You guys, I don't know what you're talking about right now, but I need to finish this court case. So,
Bye,
well,
everybody.
Objection! Hold it!
See you at the Awa section.
Woo!
Awa, awa.
Damn.